Shalom, Kal Allah Yam La Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS Uruwal, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings to you elect, starting with the 144,000. So, not sure what I'm going to call this lesson, but it's going to deal with this new movie with Denzel Washington, Gladiator 2. And this is from a post I saw on Instagram. Page is called Film Enthusiast, right? And I've seen this picture, right? And for the movie, it says, right, Denzel Washington and Gladiator 2. And I went to the comments, man, and it made me laugh at the ignorance and stupidity of you GMO, you biological walking experiments, man. All right, you bioweapon experiments. Okay, when you go to the comments, it says another blackwashing of European history. This guy said, not hating on him, but why is a Roman emperor black? Can't they stick to what it was? And this dude put my gladiator, right? And that's, a lot of people are saying, making jokes like that because Denzel from Denzel's role in Training Day, and my nigga. So that those curses of Judah, these people carry that on like these were some niggas back in the day, but these were actually noble men. Not saying that they were righteous, but you didn't see the pants sagging, the stupidity of today's, curses. And these people are writing some foul shit. A black Caesar, when did that happen? All right. What the hell is a black dude doing in that movie, which is based off a time when slavery was a thing? Yo, man, these people are so stupid and ignorant, man. God damn. Slavery, yeah, people were enslaved, but first of all, you didn't have a thing off of color. Let's just get that out of the way. You didn't have people's nationality based upon color. People's nationality came from their nation, their tribe, their heritage, their father's name, their tribe, right? There was no thing such as white people or black people. That didn't come until way later, after the Renaissance, right, by a man named Johann F. Blumenbach, right, a German. That's just that just made me laugh. See this dude put I ain't slave. It's a joke, right? It's a damn joke, and all you have to do is research a bit, and you will find. See, this dude put, from my racist comments, yes, there was a black emperor, Septimius Severus. Before you say actually he wasn't black, dog, he was born in Libya. At the very least, he was from African descent. And yes, he was a so-called dark-skinned man, and you had many other Israelite, not only emperors, but politicians, and we're going to kind of go into that history. I'm just reading this, man. This is comical. All the, a lot of these stuff is comical. So they had black people in Greece back then? Man, you GMO people kill me, man. You GMO babies, This dude wrote a lot of some sense. Right? That's pretty much a joke. Some people get it. This dude put black emperor throwing up. My gladiator. All right, so pretty much you get the point, man. I'm not going to keep scrolling, but either way, let's go to the book Nature Knows No Color Line. Right, one of my favorite books by J. Rogers. This is from page 43. Now, let me see. All right, so underline the first part here. Slaves were so numerous in Rome, says Pliny, that we require the service of a nomenclator even to tell us the names of our servants. The Negroes were brought principally from Greece. There was black people in Greece? Yes, you idiot, you dummy. There were the original Greeks were Japhetic, right? They were called Etruscans, among other names. And when you look up the Etruscans, they were all dark-skinned people with some of them had braids, dreadlocks. Okay, they were dark-skinned people with so-called what Esau calls Negroid features, right? So Greece, Carthage, Egypt, the Sudan, and Morocco, like the whites and near whites from the east, they were processed first through the great slave market on the island of Delos and later through Corinth and Carthage. Rome itself became still later the greatest slave mart of antiquity. Strabo says that as many as 10,000 slaves a day were sold in Rome alone, and it wasn't based upon white and black. These guys are black slaves. No, it was based upon, hey, this guy's a Scythian. We caught him. He's a Thracian. Okay, he's a barbarian. He's a Germanian. You idiots. It mattered where you came from. Okay, your people, who you fought with, who your tribe was, where you lived. That's why when Paul, the apostle Paul, he had so-called many, not many identities, but I was gonna use a different expression, but pretty much he had different, I guess you can say, what is that? Not classifications. The word is slipping my mind. But he went as first of all, he explained, look, I'm an Israelite. I'm a fellow Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, right? Circumcised the seventh day, etc., raised as the Pharisees. So that happened. But then there was a point where he said, look, I'm a Roman as well. I'm a Roman citizen. But that didn't mean he was a Roman, just like Cornelius of the Italian band. Oh, Italian, white. No, you idiots. You got to do history. You got to research history. You got to get in them articles and books, okay, and actually understand what was going on. It says slaves were employed at not only menial tasks as street cleaners, but as actors, tutors, secretaries, counselors, and physicians. Depending on who bought them, they would bring them up as such. They would tutor them. They would invest and spend money, and then get that investment back, that profit. It says, among occupations of Negroes as named by Roman writers were actors, dancers, acrobats, soldiers, gladiators, priests of Isis, outriders, litter bearers, charioteers, bath attendants, cooks, waiters, domestics, divers, bootblacks, and the like. Others were conductors of elephants who sometimes were of high military rank. A lot of Israelites went up in the military very high. They became sergeants and lieutenants and generals, which led them to become Praetorian guards of the emperor, which also led them to become senators and take political office, which obviously led them to become an emperor. You idiots, you dummies. Man, people are stupid, man. People are really friggin' stupid. It says, such says Carcopino, it says, some slaves rose to be rulers in all but name, such as Carcopino, were often gorged with wealth and honors, as Narcissus and Ualas, who held absolute authority in Caesar's name over the wealth and life of his subjects. Two others mentioned by Juvenal were Licinius and Crispinius. The latter favorite of Domitian was enormously rich. He was an Egyptian. Juvenal called him one of the dregs of the Nile. The color of these powerful ex-slaves was not given, but some were undoubtedly Negroes. That they were dark-skinned is clear. It was custom to whiten with chalk the naked feet of newly arrived slaves exposed for sale. Such slaves, it appears from Juvenal, were those from the east. Certainly the feet of those already white, as blonde ones from the north would not be whitened. Okay, but anyway, you get the point. Jakes rose in the Roman society. Right, now let's go here. This is worldhistory.org. Now this is the character when you type in who is Denzel playing. Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2 is playing a character named Macrinus. He finds solace in Macrinus, played by Denzel Washington, a suave power broker who keeps a stable of gladiators. Now, Coincidentally, people are up in arms about, oh, he's playing an emperor. He's not playing an emperor in the movie. But although what they did do was create another guy, just like they created this guy in Gladiator One, what was it, Maximus, played by Russell Crowe, right? The frost sometimes the frost sometimes it makes the blade stick, right? That was a good movie, man, you know. But he did not exist. Okay, I believe Apostle Tahar mentioned he actually was supposed to be Septimius, but either way, they did the same thing here because this person did not exist. He existed as a Roman emperor, but they couldn't go that far, you know. They couldn't. I guess they couldn't go that far to actually show a black emperor or Caesar, which people already are up in arms, man. They're agitated, man. So Macrinus, look, facial reconstruction. Now check this out, right here. And this is from October 23rd, 2020, long before this movie was, spoken about or in the news. See? A photorealistic reconstruction of what the Roman Emperor Macrinus, 217-218 AD, may have looked like based on contemporary and near contemporary descriptions as well as archaeological evidence. So when we click on who he was, right, it was a Roman emperor, right, from April 217 to June 218. It is a story that has been told countless times before. An emperor is assassinated, leaving no heir or successor. Okay. On April 8th, 217, Roman Emperor Caracalla, which was an Israelite. I do believe the history. He was Severius' son. He was an Israelite. He was a so-called black man. Okay. And you had other emperors before Septimius Severus who were dark-skinned, who were Israelites pretty much, pursuant to Revelations chapter 20. He laid hold on the dragon, and he saw one of his heads wounded as unto death, right? Because at that time period, you Edomites were doing bad, you were looking bad, all right? Everybody chased you off, okay? You were a beast, man. You were thieves. You were not speechless, but you were without a language. You were brain, right? You were doing bad, Esau. So this was a real person, but it wasn't a person that held gladiators. Like in the original Gladiator, you had that guy who said he was a gladiator who bought Maximus, right? And he said, look, I was a gladiator and I rose up and then I have my own stable. And he was well off during those times. He was well off, man. He could chill. He just had to make sure certain gladiators won and he got his money, right? But this is the history, man. This is the, this is the real history that people are so lazy and ignorant to look up and research. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to do a lesson on that because I found that hilarious. All right. It's 2024 and these people are as stupid as ever. Anyway, Kal Halalim La Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops who rule well. And Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.